Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Space to maneuver at the 40. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he whips that one incomplete there. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down, 8. Defense showing blitz. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Bird. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school, and now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Now that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. The fumble recovery. It's Trubisky. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
This is taken at the 3. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Akeem Hicks. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time, right on the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd down following the run. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they try the right side here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Leopard! Leopard! No, check.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 29. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the rookie from Alabama, Eddie Jackson, with a pick. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. On first down, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rodgers will try again on second down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They run the counter now on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Chicago, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.